Welcome to Bang Saphan, a town on the east coast of Thailand, central, and I got here yesterday. Now when I arrived my camera was having a bit of a breakdown, so when I was walking around here there wasn't a lot to see because it was a bit jumpy. But I arrived here at the train station, and all I'm going to do is I'm here for the next day and a half. This video is all about the town itself to show you what is around here. And this town is more famous for its beaches. Now to get to the coast it's about 4k down that way, following the road, and there is so many resorts, but it is off season at the moment. And at the moment there is a strong wind, and I mean a strong wind. It's been going on since yesterday, since I arrived, and I'm hoping that I can get down to the beach sometime this afternoon and enjoy the beach. But the train station that I just showed you is the old one, and this is the new one that should be opening soon. And you can see it's still got plastic on it, that they're unwrapping it. It is a basic design, but I think they've got so many people coming here at the moment because of the beaches and the resorts. They spent a bit of cash on this. I don't know if it's going to be open. Yeah, they've not unwrapped it yet, but it looks a lot better than the one down there. Now yesterday when I arrived with the jumpy camera, I went into town that way, but when I got a lift to go to resort from a taxi driver, it cost me 100 baht to do 4 kilometers. He took me this way, and I saw what I assume is the town centre, so we'll have a wander down there. So while I am here, I've hired a scooter, automatic, for 300 baht, and that's the little beauty that's there. I say little beauty, the brakes aren't the best. I've got to go a bit slower than usual. And this helmet, which looks like I've come out of a cannon, is not the best at tying up. And I've noticed that nobody else is wearing a helmet when riding the bikes, apart from me. So when I've been riding it, I've had to put my hand on top because it keeps wanting to blow off. Not good. But yeah, nobody wears helmets. So this is coming up to the town square, I'm assuming. And there it is. So Bang Saphan has a population of about 15,100 people. Its main industry is agricultural, and it's now starting to get into the tourist sort of sector, but as I said, it's all the way down that way. And it's just got a very chilled, relaxed vibe about this place. I have met a couple of Westerners around here, all staying down in the resorts, taking advantage of the cheap prices, being out of season. And there's a statue, and you know I'm obsessed with statues to find out if they've got a moustache or not. It's my new thing. Oh, no moustache on this guy. What's that all about? Oh no, he has. Yes, he has. Look at it. And I think that's him there. some military guy must be come from here. That is the town hall over there. Now another thing I found out about this place is it's a little bit famous for its gold. There's gold in them streams around here, and gold panning is one of the things that you can do when you get to the town. I'm not tempted to do any because I wouldn't know where to start. But I'm still just walking around, very conscious of where the bike is, don't want to get lost. Oh, wow. What is that? Some stairs that lead up to something. Wow. Let's have a wander down here. Now when you do come to somewhere that is not touristy and no Westerners come, then you do find that you're looking at stuff and going, what is this? So that's the entrance there, and there's stairs going up. I don't know if this is a graveyard, but there's graves, if they are graves, going all the way back at the end. But I am more interested in seeing this thing down here, whatever it is. So while I'm here taking advantage of the 3-star hotel resort, yeah, I've had hostels much better than where I'm staying, but I had a free breakfast this morning and I took advantage of it. Did I feel guilty? No, but it was really good. They actually made me some omelettes because they had lots of Thai food that was very spicy. Not for me first thing in the morning, but yeah, they made me an omelette. I was quite happy, but I don't know if this is a school for Buddhists. There's a temple down there. So obviously I'm going to go around the town today, this morning, and then this afternoon will be a separate video for outside of the town, going down to the fishing villages. I mean, from the looks of it, they just use the road as a thoroughfare. Oh, look at that. That's definitely a temple. Wow. Complete with elephants. And then a dog that looks comfortable. Wow. Why do dogs bark at me? I had to stop for 5 minutes because the dogs wouldn't stop barking. Oh, they're off again. Right, so this temple is Wat Khao Boht, and more importantly, it's in English, which I wasn't expecting. So it was established in the year 2440 BE. I have no idea what year that was. It's an important temple for the people of the town. Really impressive. Well, every time I move, the dog starts barking. And you can probably hear that wind. The dogs do not like me at all. But I've moved further on down. I've had one of the Buddhist people to scare the dogs off. It's like a museum. I just feel a bit safer in here without the dogs barking at me. I think this must be the historical side. You've got that guy there with a Buddhist monk behind him. Bell Tower. All the time I've been here, there's a guy in a loudspeaker talking. I think it's a pre-recorded thing. Not got a clue what he's going on about, but what I want to try and do is just going to go around in a circle and hopefully get back to where I was originally at the train station. But I like this. I wasn't expecting a bit of culture. So we came in through this entrance down that way. Right in front of me is a stream, and I'm just wondering if there's any gold in there. And then you've got the other entrance into this place. It's quite big, very detailed. I wonder if that's made of gold from the stream. And then we're going to go into the high street, the main road. I'm going to have a wander down here. In the last place I was at, I didn't mention that I was coming here, and the guy in the hostel said, "Oh, you're going to the German village," which I didn't really take much notice of. I mean, now I'm thinking, is there a lot of Germans here? Who knows? So this is the main high street. Now on the bike I did ride for a bit further on just to see how big this place was. And it just goes on and on and on. So it is quite big for a town. There's a lot of traffic. Obviously when I arrived yesterday it was a Sunday, so it was quieter. and this street here takes you back to the train station. And they did have a lot of barriers going on with a stage at the very end and lots of kids playing games, so they must have had a street festival going on, but I was too busy trying to find a taxi to get to the resort. But it's tidy, it's clean, and I just feel it's just a nice chilled out vibe. And another thing I found out about this place is that one of the bigger shops, corner shops that you have within Southeast Asia is 7-Eleven, and there is so many here for a small town. So one of the streets way back there I went to last night, only small street, 3 of them, and not all small ones, all big ones. And then when you come here to this street here, you've got a 7-Eleven across the road, and then for some reason there's another one directly across the road from here. Oh, is that a market? So yeah, 7-Eleven's taken over just about. Some Westerners, I wonder if they're German. So I've just come off the main road and I thought I'd have a quick look at this market. Got lots of clothes that side. It's not the busiest market. I mean, with the amount of shops around here, right, surprised that anybody would come here. There's not a lot of street food. Right. That's quite big. And obviously being by the coast, there's fish. Oh, and you can smell it. Wow. Oh, and it's a bit wet and stinky. So Bang Saphan literally translates as bridge village, and that's because a few centuries ago this was the stop off point for a lot of the traders going from the main cities within Thailand going up towards the Malay side, and they stop off here, and because of all the streams in the areas, just a lot of bridges, so they just called it Bridge Village. So I'm walking back towards the train station, I think. Yeah, of course I am, I think. So what I'm going to do is going to get onto the bike. I've just had a look on Google Maps to find out what else is there around here, and I think I might have found something else. So I've just come to the outskirts of town, probably about a 5-minute drive on the bike, and this is a Siam National Park. Right. Now this is a little bit big, it's not a massive national park, and there is, I've just seen a map down here. Now it looks like there's plenty of places to have a little picnic, and there's chickens. Oh, I was trying to work out where the map was there. Now it doesn't really look like a national park. Mainly when you hear people in Thailand going, I'm off to this national park, it means they're going to go hiking for about 15 days because it's so big. But this place is not that big. So it goes along the coast, and that's not really much. So I think down here is, if I'm working out my, nope, up there is where the sea is. Probably, I don't know. I'll have to, there's another map over here. I'm not actually going to be going into the park, mainly because I haven't got the time. Just a nice little quiet area. People planting stuff. Oh, and there's the map. Oh. But that looks like a map of the town. You've got 7-Eleven and more 7-Elevens. I mean, oh, look at that. Where's that? There is a lot going on around here. So there's the coast, you can tell by the boats that are on there, and that's where I'm going to be going next. So that was a quick tour of the town, which I really liked. Just chilled, relaxed, no one's getting excited. I'm glad I came, even though the hotel's a bit out of my price range. That 3-star hotel. But if you've enjoyed this this little walk around, then all you got to do is press that like button. I am now going to be going out to see more of this place from the outskirts, and if you want to see that, it'll be in the next video, and all you got to do is subscribe. But until the next time, bye bye for now.